simple yeah and suggests that it's safer to leave in the morning. But he also mentions that Rose and Wharton are heading to DC, which means they'll have the house to themselves. June agrees, but she presses him, asking again what's wrong. In response, he pulls her into a hug. He proceeds to say, "Sometimes I think you're the only good thing in my life." And that moment hit hard. You can feel how much Nick is struggling, how much he's torn between playing both sides and keeping his own humanity intact. It's truly heartbreaking seeing Nick, a man who's been caught up in the horrors of Gilead, still clinging to the small bit of light he finds in June. Throughout the show, we've seen that Nick doesn't see himself as anyone special, but time and time again, he's done what he can for the people he cares about, especially June, even when it costs him. In this moment, despite all his internal conflict and the weight of his actions, he's still human, fragile, and desperately trying to hold on to whatever pieces of himself he can. It's a small but powerful reminder that even in the darkest places, moments of connection can still offer some kind of hope, even for someone as lost as Nick. In this episode, we get flashbacks to when Nick and June first got together at the Waterfords. We see them fantasizing about what could have been if Gilead never happened, imagining a normal world where they could just be together doing normal things like getting coffee and going to Paris. It's during this conversation that we really get a raw look into Nick's mindset. We see him admit that he never really saw himself as anyone before Gilead. He even says he didn't have much of a life, that he wasn't anyone important, even pointing out that June probably wouldn't have noticed him back then. And of course, June responds in the way we would hope she would, telling him that yes, she would have, because he would still be him. Now, we've gotten small pieces of how Nick thinks before, little glimpses into his mind, but in this episode, we're really starting to understand why he is where he is. This moment shows us that Nick's sense of self-worth has always been fragile. Gilead, for all its horrors, gave him something he didn't have before. A role, an identity, a place where he mattered. And when someone has spent their whole life feeling invisible, even a broken system can feel like the first time they're truly seen. It's tragic, and it helps explain the complicated choices Nick continues to make. If we think back to flashbacks in previous seasons, like when Nick visited the unemployment office and was initially brought on just to be a driver, it all makes sense. They offered him a purpose. And I think in this episode, the writers really wanted to hit home on the fact that Nick has basically, been brought up by Gilead in a way. And this is why he is starting to really feel the pressure and being pulled from both sides. It's only so long before somebody in that position can break, and we are starting to see Nick feel that pressure.